So today we're going to talk about how to set up a trellis on your square foot garden. It's perfect for them. So let's get started. Here's what I'm going to use as a frame for the trellis. I've just got this 1/2 inch metal conduit, and I'm making a separate trellis that's going to be a little bit shorter for some tomato plants. And so I've got 3 pieces of 1/2 inch metal conduit, and it was only like $1 or $2 per piece, and you can get 10 feet for like $2.50 or something like that. And then to connect them, I use these pieces of PVC. The lowest part number I got written down there for you. It's 22522, and that fits nicely on the corners. So here is a full-sized trellis right here that I'm going to put up in a little while, and I'll show you how I do that. So I am going to put a trellis, kind of about a 5-foot trellis, right here, going across. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have a straight line on either side of the bed, so that I know where to put my hooks. So on this bed, I'm going to put my lower hook, measuring from the top. I'm going to put my lower hook about 8 inches down, and my bigger hook about 4 inches down. And I've got my straight line on this side, so I'm going to measure how far that is. 13 5/8 on this side. I'm going to measure same. Make sure the line is 13 5/8 from the end on the other side. I've got my rebar in there. I put a rock underneath at the base of that rebar, just to kind of keep it from plunging into the ground too far. And so now my conduit will fit right over that rebar, and then that lower hook will give it some stability. So now what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to make a note of where the top of the rebar hits when this thing's at the inside that tube. So I'm going to mark it right there at the top of that rebar, and I'm going to put a screw in. And if you're taking notes, the large hook that I used was a number 0, and it's an eye hook, or what they call screw eyes, and it's Lowe's item number 3439. And the smaller hook, the number 4 screw eye, and it is item number 54322. The pack of screws that I got was item number 57846. And in case no one's ever explained this to you, the way that I know what drill bit to use when I'm going to drill a hole is basically I just put a drill bit up against whatever I'm wanting to insert. And so if you look at this drill bit right here, you see my eye hook and this drill bit right here. If I hold the drill bit in front of that hook, that screw, whatever it is, you can see the thread coming out on either side of it. So the shaft matches the shaft of the eye hook, but the thread will take a bite into the side of the bed. Okay, so I put the screw through this 1/2 inch tube, and now I'm going to take this PVC angle right here, and I'm going to use it to connect the top right across there. I'm also going to drill a hole through that piece right there, and I'm going to drive another screw or nail through there too. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I want to drill a hole into these these PVC 90-degree elbow pieces that are going to hold the top of my the top bar of my trellis. So. After you get your holes drilled into your 90-degree PVC pieces, you're going to want to kind of put all your pieces of conduit onto a flat surface and do a little pre-assembling. And the reason for this is so that your holes that you drill into the bar are going to be pointing in the same direction. Okay, so I've already done this side over here, that far side. And now on this near side, I want to make sure this thing is going to sit vertical, so I may prop up that back side and that back side just a little bit, just to make sure that my holes are going to be matching with each other along the same plane, right? So this hole here needs to be on the same plane as the hole on that side, otherwise it's going to be out of whack. Okay, so I've got this thing pre-assembled and everything's lined up like it's supposed to be, and I want to use the hole in my PVC as a template for where to drill a hole. Into my conduit, and then I'll come back and show you how to attach this. Okay, so I got my hole drilled. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to run this piece of a coat hanger through here. Kind of bend that so I don't have to worry about those edges. And there, my frame is mostly made now. Okay, so I have all my rods assembled or all drilled, and I'm going to take this first one and put it down right there. I'm going to take this guy, put it over on this side. And then my top piece across there, and then kind of, and drop it down on top of there. Okay, so there's my trellis right there, and then I can hang a net from this guy, and if I need to make it any more level, then I can put some nails or something on either side of that post right there to get it more level. But that's going to be the basic idea. The only other thing I'm going to do to this guy is I'm going to paint it white. So there you have your basic trellis.